Well, Tuesday morning, and we've been having a bit of a rearrange on benches. We're going to keep all plants on that side of greenhouse now, and a few on back here. And all this bench has been set up with 12 cell seed trays. And you can see we've got quite a few on there. And what I'm going to do today is start filling those with compost and getting some seeds in. Because mid-March I want to get as much growing as I possibly can. But first I need to sieve some compost. And as always, when we sieve compost, we keep all waste. We're only doing this so we get a fine and medium for seed sowing. And this is that grow show. So we've got a bit of waste, and now it's not waste. We just use it to fill the bottoms of all these containers and leave ourselves with a nice fine sieved compost. Perfect for a seed sowing today. So I'm going to fill this tub and then I'll get back to you. So it's only 10 minutes later and we've got a full tub, a really fine compost now, no big stones in it. And the stuff that we sieved out has basically filled one of these tubs. And that gets reused. That, although quite lumpy, way too lumpy for seed sowing, that is perfect to just push a couple of seed potatoes right down to the bottom. And you've got a potato container already set up. So we'll probably do that. But for now, it's about these. And I said on a previous video that as we progress through to the end of March, we want to get as many things growing as possible. And it starts right here by filling up these seed trays. And then we can go through seeds and decide what we want to grow. And whatever you're growing, if you want 12 plants, grow 24. That's the way I do it. It's your best bet in case you lose anything. You've always got something to take its place, rather than starting from seed all over again. So, we're just going to gradually fill all these up. As many as we need at the moment. Then we'll get those seeds picked out. And because we're doing so many, we just keep a few to one side and we can use those to compress all this compost down in one go. Speeds that job up just a little bit for us. And then we just need to top it back off and these trays are done. So as we go through a week, we'll gradually fill that entire bench with seed sowings. And we've got 35 12 cells on there, which works out to around 420 individual plants if every single one germinates. But of course, when we do these at this time of year, we'll be putting more than one seed in a cell to try and guarantee that. And we'll also be doing some extra trays because some will be going indoors. Things like tomatoes, peppers and cucumbers. You can't leave those outside at the moment. It's far too cold to expect any germination of any kind. For now, I've done 9 trays, and because they're all in an area together with no more plants near them, I can just water them quickly with this hose pipe. So we've already got plenty of moisture in there when we put seeds in. And then we just need to pick the seeds, and we have got quite a few. I think one of the first ones that I'm going to try is Calabrese. So what I'm going to do is, as I said before, is take out a few seeds and I'm just going to put 2 to 3, because I've got loads of these in each cell. So I can just guarantee that I at least get one plant. Quick, and it's simple to do. That quick. And I might do more than one pack of each as well, so then we can have 24 plants of everything. And I'm going to do this the easiest way possible. I'm just going to press those seeds down with my finger so I can see they've gone below surface, that compost. We're not pushing them in really deep, just enough to know that they've gone below, and then I'm just going to pinch that compost back over the top. It's the quickest and easiest way to do this, and it depends on what you're growing. If you're growing something that's a much finer seed, normally I would use that colander, so they're barely covered. But normally brassicas don't have much of a problem breaking the surface of that compost, so just giving them a light cover over with your fingers is all that needs. And we're going to make sure that everything is labelled, especially when you're growing brassicas, because cabbages, cauliflowers and broccoli all look the same. That's this first one done. And we'll pop that to one side. I've also got some cabbage seeds, and this is an early type of cabbage called Durham. Quite a reliable one, so we'll get some of those done as well. Exactly the same way we did before. 2 to 3 seeds in each cell, because these aren't brand new seeds, so we don't know that they're 100% viable, so we can hedge as bets by adding extra seeds, because the whole point of doing it like this is to guarantee germination of at least one plant in every cell. That way we're not wasting any time. And same as before, we're just going to push them all down. And then pinch that compost back over the top. And that's this cabbage done. Next I've got some Brussels. And these don't grow to the size of a regular Brussels plant. They're called early half tall. So, as you know, we get bad winds around here. So if we can get shorter Brussels plants, all the better. Because they do get damaged every single year. And as I'm putting these seeds in, I'm pushing down into this compost, so I'm kind of making an indentation in the compost at the same time as dropping the seeds. And again, that quick, we're done. So again, very light cover up and label. And that's 3 lots of brassicas set up really quickly. And what we're going to do with those is, once we've finished, we're going to stretch some cling film over the tops of those packs, so that retains moisture day and night while I'm not here at work. And so we should get quicker germination that way as well. And obviously, as soon as you see anything coming through that compost, you need to take that cling film away, because it will just hinder the growth. I'm also sowing some more pepper seeds, just in case the ones that we've already got have any problems. And while I'm in here doing that, I've brought the peppers out that we've had indoors all that time. So as I'm planting fresh things, I can bring these plants out with me and then take them back in. So you're basically getting them used to being outside of that controlled environment. And it's called hardening off. And if you don't harden your plants off, they'll suffer when you do bring them straight outside, if not die. So a couple of hours a day in shaded sun is going to get him used to those outdoor elements, and then your plants will be perfectly fine. So we've brought them outside for that reason. And while we're out here, we can bottom water them in this tree. And that's another job done. So we'll set these to one side and take them back in when we're finished. And what I'm going to do is put these pepper seeds inside these 12 cells. Because once one germinates, I want to leave it in this cell. I don't want to disturb it. I want it to grow as big as it can while it's still in this cell, rather than little tiny ones that dry out really quickly once you get them outside. And what I've done, if you saw a previous video, is I've soaked these seeds in weak tea. That's going to make them germinate a lot quicker. So now all we need to do is drain them. And again, we're going to be putting 2 seeds in each cell. So we'll carefully pick them out. And I'm just going to pop them on top of this compost for now. Obviously these will be going back inside when we're finished. You can't germinate peppers outdoors at this time of year. And if you wait until it is suitable to germinate peppers outdoors, the chances are you're not going to have time to grow anything. So 2 seeds per cell, and we'll do a couple of packs of these, and then at least we know we've got plenty of peppers. More than you need is always your best option when it comes to things like this, especially. You ain't got time to regrow them after a certain point in the year. But they're quite easy to pick up on your finger with them being wet as well. You just put your finger in and tool them straight up. Pop them straight on that surface, and that's that job done. And then all I'm going to do is push both seeds down with a pencil. About 1/2 centimetre will do. And then I'm just going to put a light covering the compost, basically just plug in those holes. And it's all peppers need, because you know they take a while to germinate. Quicker the way we do it, but even so, the sooner they break the surface of that compost, the better. We'll want to get these on the way as soon as possible. So I'm just lightly patting that compost down, not compressing it at all, and we're ready to label again. And these ones are called YOLO Wonder. And that's one lot of peppers done. And we'll put them next to those peppers because all those need to go back indoors. If you struggle to grow peppers and you ain't got the facility to keep them indoors, then keep your eye out at places like Lidl, because sometimes they have sweet bell peppers and chili peppers for sale early in season. But just be warned, every time I see them at the supermarket, they're usually gone within 2 days. And they don't tend to get any more in after that either. So if you happen to see any, you could also take that easy route and just buy some pre-grown. As long as you get some, that's all that matters. You can see today that we've got a bit of sun. It's not windy, but what you can't see is a massive jet black cloud over that way. So I think we've got rain coming. And that's another pipe done. And then we can move on to his last sowing at day. And that's these sweet peas. We chucked a few seeds in some water yesterday to soak, because by doing that it softens the shell, so you'll get quicker germination. Same as we did before, we can now drain that water off. And if you look at this seed, hopefully you can see this. That one has already started sprouting. just by soaking it in a bit of water overnight. How good's that? So we're already on his way. And again, a small hole. They're quite big seeds, these. So if you do get any that sprouts during that process, make sure you plant them carefully. You don't want to break that stem. And exactly the same as what I did with those pepper seeds. I'm just pushing them about a centimetre into that compost. And there again, another one that's already started sprouting. So best way to do that is to make the hole and then just drop that seed in. So on this second pike, I'm just going to quickly make that indentation in every cell, and then we'll get these dropped in. And again, I'm putting 2 of these in each cell, because if both do germinate, they'll quite happily grow together and you just have a bigger display of flowers. So we'll get these in quickly, and then we'll head back indoors before that rain hits. And it just so happened that we had exactly enough seeds to put 2 seeds in each of these cells. So again, a light covering, plug those holes. That's them done. And these ones can stay out here. We've got a few packs of things sorted already, and by the weekend this entire bench is going to be full of freshly sown seeds. So we can get lots and lots of things germinating now, ready to be either pricked out or potted on during April. So if you want to see what other seeds I'm going to be sowing tomorrow, hit that subscribe button and press that notifications bell, and we'll see you at next update. Thank you very much for watching. And I did say rain was on its way because of that big cloud. Unfortunately, it's not rain. This is UK, why would it be? It's hailstones. See you next time. Take care.